Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Crochet by Katie Humes. I'm super excited about this video today. It's a little different. I know I recently posted my About Me video and I haven't posted a pattern in a couple weeks and I apologize about that. But I've just taken a friend's advice, wanted to do this About Me real quick so I could have some shorter videos for you guys to watch instead of it just being, because my pattern videos take like an hour, and if you already crochet, that's great, but if you don't, you might want to know a little more about me and my channel. So my idea for this video was to kind of talk about my journey with crochet, because when you first start crocheting, it's hard and tedious, and sometimes you want to give up, especially if there's a certain project that you're trying. And I just wanted to kind of share my journey with you. And the reason I started crocheting was I was at the time in a sales job and it was very stressful for me. I really enjoyed it, but I was also really stressed about it. And I wanted to make a promotion and I was just really stressed and I needed an outlet. And so I was actually walking through Walmart getting groceries, and I remember I met a woman named Sue. I will forever love Sue. And she was working at the sewing section and she had on a super cute little headband. And I was like, "Did you make that?" And she was like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "Is it knitting?" And she's like, "No, it's crochet." And I was like, I've been wanting to learn a hobby to kind of relieve stress and have an outlet. And then she took me and she showed me where to get a hook. And so I got, I think it was an H hook. It was either an H or a G hook for my very first crochet hook, and I got heather gray yarn. And I remember thinking, I'm gonna make a headband for myself because it was fall and I wanted to look cute in the fall. And so I started looking on YouTube, is the first place I started looking, which is why it's where I want to put my patterns up, because it's kind of near and dear to my heart that I started on YouTube, learning from YouTube, and I want to put my stuff out there on YouTube to help the world as well. It's kind of like I'm trying to come full circle here. So anyway, I'm very slow. I make my first headband. It took 2 weeks, I want to say, but I was super slow and I followed the video, pause, repeat, taking stuff out, start over. And so anyway, I ended up making the headband, which I will show you a picture now. And when I finished my headband for myself, I wanted to make a headband for my daughter. And then I also wanted to start making baby shoes because I had a little tiny baby at the time, and I found some videos about how to make baby shoes, which my first pair of baby shoes, it was pretty not good. It was pretty rotten, but I was so proud of myself for making it in the shape of the shoe. I will show you this picture now. So see, we all have to start somewhere. So I started making baby shoes, and then I moved on to baby dresses and baby clothes, and all of this I was learning from YouTube, and I was learning stitches from YouTube, and most of the patterns were just up on YouTube, and I was following along with Woolly Wonders Crochet. That YouTube channel was where I got a lot of mine. What was another one that I followed along with when I was doing baby clothes? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I'll have to remember it and post it in the comments. I can't remember, but when I started, then I started out doing these kind of things for fun. And what happened was I actually went ahead and got a different job, and I was away from home a little more, and it didn't work out with my husband's schedule, and so I actually had to put in my 2 weeks with this other job that I really enjoyed. And I was really sad because I was bringing in some extra income that we really needed, and it was Christmas time. And what happened was I had put in my 2 weeks, and it was going to be Christmas in like 3 weeks. It was the beginning of December when I had my last day. And I was like, what am I going to do? We're not going to have Christmas this year because my money was going to be Christmas. And so I posted the headband that I made on Facebook, and I decided to try and sell some because I had previously been in sales. And so I was like, well, why don't I try and sell some headbands for Christmas and see if anybody wants some cute headbands for Christmas. And I got a hit right away. They wanted me to make them a bun beanie. The beanies with like the little hole for your messy bun. And so I was like, sure. I was like, I'll do anything. And I charged $15, I think, for a bun beanie. And I got like 100 orders of those things. I got so many orders of those. I was making them and my fingers were hurting so bad because I was still really new at crochet, but I was like, I gotta have Christmas for my kids. And so I started out, that's how I got faster with crochet, was I started taking orders. And then I stopped taking orders because it started stressing me out again because sales are just not my thing. I love to give items that I make, but I do not like to sell them I enjoy making it, but the sale just like really stresses me out and I want it to be perfect. And anyway, sales are just not my thing. I don't want to go down that road ever again. And so I stopped selling for a while. And then I had a friend who was having twins, a boy and a girl, and I wanted to make blessing outfits for her for free. And so I texted her and said, do you have blessing outfits picked out already, like christening outfits? And she was like, no. And I was like, would it be okay if I made some for you? And so she was like, yeah. And oh, I loved that. I loved making those. And then I started selling again because I felt like I had found my calling. Like, I am good at this. I can make clothes and I can be successful with this. So I started selling again. And I enjoyed selling because I didn't take so many orders and I didn't stress myself so much because I've got 4 little ones, and at the time they were all under the age of 5. And so I was really, really stressed trying to meet sales deadlines, which thankfully I learned my lesson and I only took 3 or 4 orders per month. And then I started reading the book Think and Grow Rich. And when I started reading this book, I realized my true life calling is definitely crochet, but I really didn't want to try and make money from sales. And what I really want to focus on is teaching others how to crochet and also being able to give my items to someone in need. And when I thought about it, I thought of children and how many children there are around the world that need things, that don't even have toys. Their family life isn't very great, or maybe they've been taken away from their family and they're in the foster care system. And so I started thinking about the children around the world, and I decided I wanted to stop selling, but start making, and that's when I kind of got into amigurumi as well. There was a birthday, and I made this little amigurumi monkey. It was my first amigurumi, and I made it for this little girl, and she was so excited and so happy for this little monkey. And that's when I knew, making the clothes is fun and everything, but I really want to focus on amigurumi. And at the time, my kids were really into Pokemon. And so I'm reading this book, Think and Grow Rich. My kids are into Pokemon, and I started thinking about the foster children and the sick children all around the world. And I came up with this idea that I wanted to start making my own patterns for the Pokemon, and also I have another list of series that will be followed after this. And so I'm designing the 150 original Pokemon currently as amigurumi patterns, and each pattern, it takes 2 times. So anyway, I can explain my Pokemon project in another video, but I just had this idea that I wanted to switch my business over to be completely charity based so that every little toy I make will be donated to a child in need. And so that is pretty much my story with how come I started crocheting and why I enjoy it so much and why I don't do the sales part of it. I am just not a sales person. And that's pretty much it, and that's what I wanted to say on this video, was why I started crocheting. And if you're brand new to crochet and you're feeling a little frustrated, just pause the video, rewind, pause and rewind. That's all I did, and that's how I was able to learn my stitches, is pause and rewind. And then I started learning how to read patterns, which once you're doing it for a little while, you'll be able to read patterns as well. But at first I didn't know how to read patterns, and now I'm actually writing patterns, which is really exciting because I just feel like I found my life calling and my purpose in life, and it's really exciting. So that's what this video is about, why I crochet, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. As always, I will talk to you later. Bye.